Welcome back. It is 6:43. As more and more school districts start to finish up the school year, we want to know how Sand Mountain schools will honor their class of 2020.
So joining us right now, back on our program via Zoom, is Arab City School Superintendent Dr. Johnny Berry. Dr. Berry, good morning to you.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming on. We'll let you share right now the big news about the graduation date for those seniors.
Yeah, we're very excited, Pat. We're going to have graduation on May 22nd at 7 o'clock at the stadium in Arab. We held out hope, and we promised our seniors that we were going to have a ceremony. We didn't know when or what it was going to look like, but we were going to have it. And so last week, when Governor Ivey lifted the restriction of large gatherings, we were able to set it in our normal date. That's on all of our invitations. It's on all of our diplomas. So we're having it on May 22nd at 7 o'clock. So we're going to obviously do everything to keep people safe with social distancing. We measuring off in the stadium, having a family social distance, and so we're just really excited to make that announcement for our kids.
That is really cool. If that doesn't give you chills when you hear that, just that you're able to do that at that original date. I know a lot of people are excited about that. I know, Dr. Berry, the last time we had you on our show was just before that switch to online classes and distance learning. So how did the rest of the school year go for you? Did you have any big challenges or obstacles that you learned from?
Well, I think there were a lot of challenges that everybody faced, and that was those students may not have access. But, if you remember from day one when we talked about this, our off-campus learning situation, we ask our teachers to have two-way contact every week with every kid. And I think that really helped us. We were talking to our kids all the way through. Our seniors, we went ahead and we were finished with them. We had 5 seniors who had some work to do to finish up, and I'm proud to say those students finished and are going to graduate on time along with their classmates. Our elementary and our junior high students did a great job. I mean, it was amazing to see how much our teachers and students missed each other. They're not together in the summertime, but I mean, it was watching some of the Zoom sessions and some of the offsite things that our folks did, and then watching our administrators and our CNP staff when we had meals, and watching the interaction, albeit from a distance, when the kids would pull up in their vehicles. I mean, one thing, we're very blessed because our teachers and staff love our kids. But it went really well, and we finished up this week, as most do. But we feel like that we're in a good position when August rolls around.
Okay, so let's talk about that. And by the way, everything you just said resonated with everyone all across North Alabama. It certainly did. Let's talk about moving ahead, because we've talked to a number of folks with school districts. In the last few seconds right here, how do you move forward? Are you looking at some kind of hybrid mix of some at home, perhaps in classroom? Don't know about that yet, but what are you looking at right now, Dr. Berry?
Well, I think everything's on the table. I think you have to, my concern, and I shared this with some of our admin team yesterday, how are we going to bus kids with 6 feet social distancing? I mean, I think you're almost going to have to look at running multiple routes for each, maybe even staggered days. I've heard that has been mentioned. One thing that's been incredible for me as a fairly new superintendent, I started in January, is the colleagues that I have in District 9. Matt Massey's the head of our district, and all of our district superintendents. We're communicating constantly about plans and thoughts, and there are a lot of ideas being shared, and my colleagues across the state as well. Dr. Mackey's done a great job, our state superintendent, of giving us information as fast as he can get it out. We're looking at maybe a later start date in August. Right now, we're slated to begin on August 10th with students. We might move that up a little bit, but there's just so many unknowns right now. Our prayer is that there's a vaccine and this starts to go away, because it is, with all the things, and we've talked about this in our district, with all the things that we've had to deal with. There are people that are losing lives, and there are families that have been affected tremendously. So the inconvenience that we have is not near as magnified as what some families have experienced. So
Yep.
we're going to be flexible as we have been this spring, and just our folks are great. They're going to find a way to make it work, and if we have to alternate days or whatever we do, we'll make it work.
And we'll keep informing everybody out there by continuing to have you on. And I like the way you put that all in perspective at the end there. Dr. Johnny Berry, thanks for coming along this morning with Arab City Schools, the superintendent there. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. It is 6:49 right now on your Wednesday morning.